I believe they're both 4-1. Ben lost last round to Colosso Fuentes, and they're both in the 4-1 bracket. So there's 4 rounds to go. So they're both hoping to go 3-0 and then draw in their final round.
I can see it. I can see it. And I actually think Foley's got decent chances. I mean, obviously, Friedman's a very experienced player. He's already had a lot of tournament success. But just in the matchup,
already turn 1.
Yeah,
that's
Foley's
crazy.
deck is so fast.
Yeah, so Goblin Guide attacks. Ben Friedman doesn't hit a land, but he has a Stoneforge Mystic, which is definitely a good one.
Yeah, but even the Stoneforge Mystic, I mean, getting the Batter Skull and just hoping to cast it is usually his best play because the Stoneforge itself is just going to eat a bolt.
Yep. All right, now he reveals an Elspeth. So twice this Goblin Guy doesn't have any drawback. It's actually a benefit.
Yeah,
a lot of people think Goblin Guy, it's a bad drawback. But hey, if he's not hitting lands, it's a benefit because you get to see exactly what's in your opponent's hand.
Scoreboard.
Yeah. Ben actually wasn't even going to come today. He came yesterday. He was actually going to hang out with his friend Taylor, a girl from his school. But he said, hey, I'm going to come and I'm going to win. And then, take her out to dinner. So let's see
yeah, major
if he could do it.
Shout-outs to Taylor.
Yeah. All right, so Foley has a second land now. Do you think a Goyf might come down?
No, I'm picturing just 2 more 1-drops.
Yeah.
Commit as much to the board as possible.
Wow.
Typically, these blue-white decks don't have any answer game 1 to a swarm,
Yeah.
And that's why I think Foley's actually in a pretty good spot. His deck is so fast. Now, Ben does have 2 Wrath of Gods after sideboarding and then extra Path Exiles.
Yeah, he does.
But I mean, even after sideboarding, Foley's going to have access to cards like Choke and Pyroblast and Ancient Grudge and Gaddock.
Wow, look at this. This is crazy.
I'm telling you, I like Foley's chances. His deck is well set up for this matchup. He's sick of these blue-white decks running around just beating up on people.
How come that Lava Mancer isn't attacked?
Because he just wants to shock for 2.
Yeah? Okay. Does that change the clock at all? Oh, there's a Snapcaster. He gives a thumbs up.
Trades with the Goblin Guide, and now there's fuel for the Lava Mancer.
Yeah.
Interesting. So a Grim Lavamancer, a Lone Lion,
and Foley
and
passes the turn
and 2 land versus just a Wasteland and an Island. Friedman already on the defensive, down to just 12 life with a Snapcaster Mage.
All right. Lavamancer will shoot Friedman down to 10. All right, and
Still
no white man.
mana.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Ben.
This Foley is definitely not wasting any time. I like this really, really aggressive zoo. I mean, this is
he came
really
out so
aggressive.
quick.
Absolutely. This is just 1-drop, 1-drop, 1-drop.
Yeah. All right, still no white mana.
Wow.
Ben's at 6.
It's tough when you're in such a short clock. I think he's already drawing dead.
Chain Lightning, and it might be another. Yep. All right, and there's Lightning Bolt. All right, so what? That was
blisteringly fast game 1.
4 minutes, just about.
Blisteringly fast.
Yeah.
Was that turn 5? Turn 4?
Yeah, that was just insane. So Foley just crushes game 1.
Yep.
How's he to sideboard? What do you think?
So I think Foley is going to be. He's going to be for sure. He's going to be looking at Choke and Pyroblast.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Beyond that, I think Gaddock Teague is an option. Nice thing about Gaddock Teague is obviously it disrupts Jace and Wrath of God and Elspeth. And I don't think he's going to stoop to Grudge, just because I think he wants to keep his deck as aggressive as possible.
Okay, I can get behind that.
So I think it's mostly just Gaddock Teague, Choke, and some amount of Pyroblast action. And he, he can cut some of this removal. I mean, he's got a lot of removal, but he can definitely trim it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And meanwhile,
I think Friedman is going to bring in the 3 Path to Exiles.
Yep.
The 2 Wrath of Gods.
Yep.
And that's probably it. What do you think? Anything else you can see or no?
I think that's probably it.
Okay.
He's got to react as fast as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't want Spell Pierce.
And he doesn't want Force of Will, so he's going to take those out. And I mean, does he even want Counterspell or no?
No.
Probably not.
Really. I mean, he has to keep some of these cards, but.
And does he doesn't even want Spell Snare either. Spell Snare only hits 5 of his
cards. No, yeah, but.
So he's got to cut Spell Snare as well. He's got to cut a lot of cards.
There's Felix's too. He doesn't know the exact composition either. He doesn't really, he might not know that Foley doesn't play cards like Kasali Pride Mage. And plus Gaddock Teague's coming in.
Okay.
This is tough.
I mean,
I actually think he needs to bring in Oblivion Ring. It's a bad removal spell in general, but it gives him an out to Choke.
Okay. Because there are 1-drop zoo decks out there that just pretty much get around the Spell Snare.
Yeah.
And it looked that way
that's
what
I think he's got to cut some number of Spell Snares.
Yeah.
All these counter spells, I mean, I really think that Friedman's build is actually just not very well set up for this matchup.
Yeah.
The Wrath of Gods, though, are potentially game winning.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's got to get the 4 lands, and has to worry about Choke, but
Yeah, I really think the formula is going to be a turn 2 Stoneforge,
Yeah.
a turn 4 Wrath, and then a turn 5 Cast the Batterskull. That's like the ideal play for Ben. If he can do that sequence, he'll probably win.
Yeah. All right. So you saw an extremely quick game 1 between Ben Friedman and Dennis Foley. Dennis Foley on the right playing a very fast zoo deck versus Ben Friedman, who's playing more of an old school type Stoneforge.
Just blue-white blade,
Yeah,
classic blue-white blade.
Yeah, it's really classic. He has nothing too fancy. He doesn't have many one-ofs, besides Fear the Equipment, of course.
Yeah, just a very streamlined build. Very, very traditional.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Now, historically, blue-white is favored versus Zoo.
So I think blue-white is favored against slower Zoo,
But
I think Foley's build is actually beautifully set up to prey on these blue-white decks. He's so much faster with such a low curve and such a high concentration of spells.
Yeah.
I really, plus it really seems like Ben's deck, like so many of the other blue-white decks we're seeing, is built for a world of Delver decks and blue-white blade decks and combo decks.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely agree with you there.
Like, I mean, no engineered explosives, only 2 Wraths, you know?
Yeah.
But it is definitely going to be a lot better for Ben now that he has access to Wrath and Path.
Yeah, the early removal, along with the Source of Plowshare, will definitely help. Like having Path and Plow is definitely good.
Because he needs to definitely get one of those 2 so that he can go Path one of your guys or Plow one of your guys, and then Snapcaster Path or Plow.
Yep.
The extra land doesn't even help Dennis very much because all his spells cost 1 or 2.
Yeah, it really doesn't. You know, it's not like Dennis is going to be able to cast, you know, an Elspeth or something.
Right.
Which might not be that bad to have like an Elspeth or something out of the board if you know your opponent's bringing in Paths.
Yeah, it's possible. It's just tough. It's risky because you're playing so few land.
Yeah, 20 lands is
Foley's
not too many.
really low to the ground.
All right, so Friedman will be on the play. And his hand looks okay. I see a Spell Pierce and a Spell Snare. 2 cards.
No, I knew he was going to keep some amount of spell snare and probably trim some, but I guess, I mean, if he just has too many cards to cut, you keep some loose ones like Spell Snare or Spell Pierce. At least he can counter a bolt.
Yeah.
Like maybe some of the time.
Yeah, I remember Ben Lucas always tells me, you know, like Path Exile and Spell Pierce isn't much of a combo.
No, it's not. So we're going to see Wild Nikado?
Yeah, it's going to be probably Wild Nikado. What did he go fetch up? Yeah, Taiga, yeah. Kurt Ape it could be.
That is Wild Nikado.
Yep. All right. So Wild Nikado comes down. And it's Friedman's turn. I mean, it's a 3-3 on turn 1 is pretty rough.
Hey, thanks for everybody chiming in. It does sound like we're already working on the audio feed to get it back synced up again.
Yeah. They're just going to reset
We recommend everybody who's having that problem just turn off their computer, restart it, disconnect, you know, restart their router.
Especially if you're in a match of Moto. And then you time out.
So Friedman with the Brainstorm. He's got to put together a combination of cards that are going to let him, you know, defend himself quickly and try to eventually start progressing the game with either an Elspeth or a Batterskull.
Yeah, I see a Jitte that he's going to hide because I feel he's going to go next turn Stoneforge. I think that's Ben's line of play here. We'll see what he decides to do. Is that an Elspeth in his hand or a Stoneforge? Yeah, I think I might just be an Elspeth, yeah.
I know only blue cards.
Only blue cards for Patrick Chapin. All right, so the Nikado
Foley has Troned up, as in he has 2 land.
Yep. So the Nikado will attack him for 3. Now let's see if Foley has any follow-up here.
Yeah, first he's got to do a quick check here. He's got to see, do I have any Goblin Guides? Do I got to send any Goblin Guides into the red zone?
Yeah, definitely a good call there. So he could get a Savannah, or he could go get a Plateau.
Yeah, usually they'll get. Oh, okay, Savannah. I mean, maybe that's just indicative of the type of a hand he has.
Yeah, normally Plateau because so you have more access to like burns, so you can go like bolt.
Yeah. Lavamancer and Spell.
Yes, that's definitely true. Yeah. Yeah, this match might be over very quickly.
Now, I think the Foley's got to respect Spell Snare here. I think he's got to play 1-drops and not play a Galactic or a Glyph.
Yeah, that's fine.
Play Sylvan.
Oh, wow.
And it's
Spell Snare. Wow. All right.
Well, we don't know his hand. Maybe he just didn't have any 1-drops.
Yep. Foley goes for it, but Friedman has the spell snare. So now it's Friedman's third turn.
He's not doing too bad so far.
Yeah, Ben's looking good.
If you can actually pull off a spell snare in this matchup, it's actually pretty important.
Yeah. I think Ben's going to drop a Stoneforge if that's exactly what he has in his hand.
If he has Stoneforge with a Spell Pierce to protect it.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if Foley drops land, it doesn't matter as much. But,
ooh, he decides to waste.
He does waste land. Hits
and the Stoneforge. Wow, awesome.
This is one of those situations where you wonder, like, does Foley have another land? Because if he doesn't, it's going to be real embarrassing.
Here comes the Batter Skull, and Ben passes the turn. Now the Coddle is only a 2/2. So
Coddle is down to a 2/2.
Yep. The Wasteland killing the Taiga and reducing it to a 2/2.
So now is that another fetch land? It's just slightly off the screen.
Yeah. I think it's the Arid Mesa. Does that seem right?
He doesn't have any business lands. All he has are dual lands, basic lands, and fetch lands.
Okay.
And it did not look like a dual land, so I'm guessing it has to be some kind of a fetch land, and he just has to decide which land to fetch.
Yeah, I think it was an Arid Mesa. So now he'll probably go get the Plateau. We thought he would get the Plateau last time.
It's either Plateau or Taiga.
Oh, it's a
he gets the basic mountain. He just wants to ensure that. That's kind of weird though, because if you get wasted again, you get a lot less colors. But then maybe he just has more fetch lands in his hand.
Maybe,
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, definitely hard to tell.
Either way, we're going to see a Wild Nakata cracking, and we're going to see
Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be. He needs to deal with the Stoneforge, priority number 1.
3 damage coming in.
See, now this is weird. He's got a Curd Ape in his hand.
He does, yeah.
That's why you don't get the Savannah. That is why you don't get the Savannah.
If you got the Plateau, yeah. Didn't make too much sense, but
it's tough. It's tough to know for sure, but that's the little things that just come from, experience.
All right, and I believe Ben falls down to 14 now.
Yep.
And he's debating what he wants to do on his.
Now, all things considered, Ben's not doing too bad in this situation.
Yeah, he's still doing very well.
Now, it's interesting that Path to Exile could actually come back to haunt him here, because obviously Foley's mana isn't optimal.
Yep.
But it looks like he has another Stoneforge.
Oh, does he?
Yep.
That would be excellent if he did.
Yeah.
I think I saw a Snapcaster in his hand.
Which would also be very strong if he's got another land.
Oh yeah, he does have another Stoneforge.
Yeah, pretty good sequence here. Now, it was a very strong play of Dennis to go get the mountain at this point, because he knows he's got more red spells than he needs. Maybe he doesn't have any more fetch lands.
Okay.
And so he's like, I got to get the mountain, because no matter what, I can't afford to be off a red next turn.
Yep. I think I saw basic plains in Foley's hand, so that does make some sense. Ben decides to fetch up basic island.
He's got to be respecting price of progress here.
Yeah, he definitely is. Because he knows Foley's not playing Wasteland.
Yeah, and it's not clear how many price of progress is Foley even brought in, because usually these blue-white decks, they don't get that many non-basics in play. They can fetch up basics.
Ooh, Oblivion Ring on the Cattle. He took your advice there and boarded in the Oblivion Rings.
Although, if there's a choke here, it's going to be backbreaking.
Yeah, let's see if there is. Curd Ape, wow. And the other Curd Ape just gets stuck in his hand, along with the Lightning Helix.
Yeah, this is Savannah. Come back to haunt.
Yep.
That's why it's so important to look for the red sources first with these zoo decks.
All right, Snapcaster, he's going to probably Brainstorm.
Yeah.
Dig deep.
Yeah, he's just got to keep advancing his board.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I see a Factory and a Plow.
Yeah, good mix.
Very good.
Everything's coming together for Friedman. He's still got a long way to go. A long way to go, and a lot can go wrong, but he's doing everything right so far.
That dinner still might be a possibility. All right, he passes the turn.
And is that another Curd Ape?
Dude, I think it is. Yeah, it's Curd Ape.
Oh my God, every single turn. Wow.
All right. So Snapcaster chumps.
Interesting. Does that mean Day of Judgment?
I mean,
or Wrath of God? He doesn't have a second white.
No? All right.
It's so weird to chump there, though.
Yeah. What's up with that chump?
I don't understand. If you play the Jitte and equip, you're in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Plus, you're going to be able to get at least 2 life out of it next turn.
That was
if you ever
crazy.
bolt it, you prevented 3.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't know. I don't know what his plan is.
Yeah, the chump seems weird there, because now I think he might have a Jace in his hand, and at least a Snapcaster.
Now he doesn't have the blocker.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
And he passes the turn?
Is he playing around? Does he think he's playing around double price of progress? I don't think he can afford to do all that.
Yeah, he can't play around double price of progress.
I mean, I don't know. So Ben with 4 land, including a factory. Foley swinging with 2 Kurt Apes. Now the factory just came into play this turn, right?
No, it was last turn.
So now if Friedman blocks with the factory, he actually just eats one of the Kurt Apes, right?
Yeah, I mean Foley has the Helix though.
So we're gonna have Friedman's gonna make him do it, and this is where Spell Pierce is gonna shine.
Right here, I think you should have tapped differently as well, right? Isn't it always better to leave open your duel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not always. I mean, he's now. I mean, in theory, he's holding a path, but I mean, I don't know. Holding a plow. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about Ben's line of play the past 2 turns.
I'm telling you, I think he's actually.
I think he's playing scared, maybe. Not so much playing scared, but just playing like. All right, and a loam line comes down. There's a Jitte. Yeah, that.
Man, if he had that Snapcaster and just 2 less life.
Yeah, it would have been a different game. All right.
The beats continue unimpeded.
Path on the Kurt Ape.
Yeah, and it doesn't even matter now. I mean, Foley's got so much mana.
Yep. It's pretty much the only thing that the path does to hurt Ben is, thins out Foley's deck slightly.
Yeah, so he never draws that forest.
Yep.
So the loam line's gonna hit him for 2.
All right, Ben falls down to 9 life. He's still in okay shape. It's not that bad yet.
He is in okay shape.
Yeah, I think it could have been better shape, bud.
So we have a loam line and 5 land with 2 cards in hand from Foley, facing down 3 land and a Jitte. Friedman still has some more action. It looks like he's going to try to drop a Jace next turn.
All right, there's a Kurt Ape. Wow, he really needs a land here. Okay, so he draws the land.
And he has another Stoneforge in his hand. So you can go Stoneforge and then just equip with a Jitte.
I think he might have to do that.
Blown out by removal.
I mean, what else is he to do?
I think he's
he's going to go for
play
Jace?
fancy now.
Wow, Jace.
Fate Seal? No, he just does a brainstorm. He just wants to prevent some damage and get some fresh looks.
I think his plan is just to go next turn Batter Skull and cross his fingers.
It's not a bad plan.
Right?
I mean, it doesn't really work against Path.
I mean,
or Grudge if he has it, but he probably doesn't even play Grudge. And I think Batter Skull across his fingers is actually a good line.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he was playing this whole game to that line. He's just like, keep my life total high. I'm just gonna either win with Batter Skull and Jitte or not, All right, so Foley cracks his Arid Mesa, thinning out his deck yet again. And this time he gets the Taiga. So Foley's board is Plains, Forest, Mountain, Savannah, Taiga.
Kurt Ape and Loam Line.
I think that Tundra might be worth more than all of Foley's lands.
Dude, those are unhinged lands.
Oh, okay. So Foley draws. Oh, is that a Goyf? I think it is. Goyf's gonna hit hard.
Goyf is gonna hit hard.
Yeah, especially if that Jace drops to the bin. It's gonna get
it's
even
unfortunate.
bigger.
I mean, Dennis would love to just ignore Jace and just go after Freeman and finish him off, but I think he's got to kill Jace.
Yeah, I think Jace.
Jace is going to be too complicated with the Batter Skull coming down next turn.
Yeah.
It's going to be too rough. Bounce your Goyf.
All right, so a pre-combat Goyf.
Yeah, he wants to check. He wants to see, make sure he doesn't get Force of Will.
Yeah, just play around it. So there's enchantment, instant, creature. There's a lot. Yep. All right, so it looks like it's a 5/6. All right, so Friedman soaks up some damage. This is rough now because the Goyf is bigger than the Batter Skull.
This is rough.
Yeah.
Now, what Friedman can do is he can block one of the Kurt Apes of the Loam Lines and gain enough life to survive.
Yeah, but those guys aren't even coming in.
Foley's Goyf by itself?
Yeah. Oh, wow. The Swords of the Path to Exile. Wow. All right, that's game. There's a handshake from Ben.
Dennis Foley's
good sport,
anti-blue-white
but
Cobblade.
Yeah. So Dennis Foley moves on. He is 5-1 now.
5-1.
That's pretty good. 5-1.
Hopefully we can get Foley in the booth here, ask him about his build, because this is definitely a little different than we see from Wadazu decks. And it looks very well set up for the blue-white deck, which is one of the most popular decks in the field. Yeah.